Well, it was an interesting first set. I think it was exciting for the crowd to watch because it was very close. But I think it was game-wise an ugly first set, because I wasn't happy with the way I played. He was changing a lot of. He was changing pace a lot. He was always sending me a different ball, and it was really hard for me to adjust to it because of the conditions that we played in. And so that's why it was crucial for me to win the first set. And after I felt a bit more relaxed, and I served well when I needed to, and played okay. Played enough to win.
Novak, on that first set,
Yeah.
that tie break, do you attribute winning that more to your physical strength or your mental strength?
Well, I don't think. I think it's a combination of both, but in the end, it was more mental, just to hang in there and try to play right shots at the right time. This is one of the longest tie breaks I ever played, and it was certainly exciting to be part of it. But I knew that I need to win that set, and. I had a lot of opportunities. I missed a lot of easy balls, and I think I wasn't moving well at the start. But after, on the brighter side, I lift up my level better in next two sets.
Novak, is it difficult to play slice backhand against Dolgopolov, who plays also slice backhand, and you know that he was losing 4-1 in the field with Chibona. So how do you explain this? Incredible up and down on the same day.
Well, look, he's unpredictable player, and he's kind of player that feeds on energy as well of the crowd. I think, I guess the bigger the match is, and the more crowd it is, he feels better and he gets motivated. He has a very fast hands. He can serve well. He can play. He has a great running forehand. He's good in defense. He can change the pace. So generally, he's a very good player. He just doesn't have this consistency, So I knew in the back of my mind I needed to hang in there and try to wait for the opportunities. And after I won first set, I felt that I have a little mental advantage over him, that I'm in control.
Everyone talks about the physical attributes
Yeah.
that have made you number one. How would you assess your mental game and how it's improved over the past year?
Well, I think mental strength you get over the years, playing on the tour, getting experience, and using that experience in the right way. Physically, out there is so many fit players. I mean, the game has changed tremendously, and top 100 players. Physically, there is not much difference between a number 78 in the world and number 2, 3, 1, 5. Everybody's working hours and hours on the court, off the court, and it's much more dedication to the sport than it used to be, in my opinion. But as you said, it's a mental ability to handle the pressure, to play well at the right moments, and that's why I think there is a certain difference with top 10 players.
Were you annoyed by the crowd?
Annoyed?
Yeah.
No.
What do you feel about the crowd?
No, I mean they liked it. I think it was interesting first set, so it was great. It was packed stadium, and it was a different experience because I haven't played on that court for a while, so it was nice. I enjoyed it.
Rafa recently said that tennis at its heart is a game of dealing with emergencies. Obviously today in the tiebreak you had an incredible emergency. I'd like you to compare the Open with your third round match at Wimbledon against Baghdadis, where you cracked your you hit your racket, and you seem to somehow kickstart your game a little bit then, and then it all sort of seemed to flow. Could you please compare the?
Yes. Well, I wouldn't compare it, but I would say that I think you always need to have. As a top player, you are expected to win most of the matches you're playing, and this is obvious. But so that's why there is an extra pressure on you, and you cannot always perform the best, and you can always play as well as you want to. So there are days where you don't feel great, where your opponent is hitting the ball well and has nothing to lose. But I guess in my cases, I always have one match in Grand Slams where where it's a big test, it's a big struggle, long hours spent on the court and long points. But in the end, that's something that, as you said, gives me a kick-off start and gives me, confidence for the continuation of the tournament.
Were you made aware, Novak, that the crowd for Louis Armstrong today almost snaked out of the grounds right across the other side of the courtyard? I mean, it was almost half a mile long to get into your court.
Really?
Yeah. Did anyone tell you that?
It was probably because of the tiebreak.
No,
The first set.
before the match had even
Ah, okay.
started.
I don't know. I didn't know about that. But
I don't think anyone's ever seen, apart from the Wimbledon queue, anyone's ever seen a queue like it here.
it's fantastic. I mean, honestly, I was happy to play there. I was happy to experience the Armstrong Court again. As I said, after a while, and sometimes it's really nice to be on the smaller court where crowd is closer to the court, where you can feel them. You can, even when you're taking a towel, you can feel them so close to you. And I think those kind of matches off the center court are very exciting.
Novak, Rafa in his book says that if you keep grinding against Roger, you can eventually wear him down, force him into making some errors. But against you, there's really no backup plan. That's a pretty good compliment from a 10-time Slam champ. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. And are you starting to feel that advantage before you even step on the court, that psychological advantage that you bring?
Well, first of all, I'm flattered. I'm flattered to hear, and obviously he's a great champion, and somebody that's still he's top of the men's game, and he has, I think, still a lot of Grand Slams to win. He's a great player and a great great person off the court. So we played so many matches between each other, us three and four, Murray as well. And mostly on the major events, and it's a rivalry, if you want to call it, that is, I think, bringing a lot of excitement to the sport. I think whoever you play, your game plan is changing. You cannot always have the same game plan for Roger or for Rafa or for Andy. Again, depending on the surface, so you adjust to it with your coaches, obviously, before the match. And second question, I forgot.
The psychological advantage.
Yeah.
Are you starting to feel that now? Where before you even come out of the locker room, you're in that head.
Well, as I said, there is this expectations from the top players to get far in any event, especially Grand Slams, and I've been carrying this burden, let's say, for a while, because I was in top 3 in the last 4 years, and I know how it feels to get on the center court on any Grand Slam, and I know how it is to play the top guys in the big tournaments, and I've got this necessary experience in order to know how to start a match and play well. But with this experience and with the success that you have over the years, you obviously have a certain psychological advantage over your opponents in the opening rounds, especially after it gets tougher because you're playing top guys, and that's where just a couple of points decide a winner.
Novak, can you talk about the impact of your parents on your life and on your tennis life, and is there anything that you wish that they had done differently with you when you were younger?
No, I don't. I'm not one of the persons who likes to, look back and regret in some things. Everything I have done, or my parents or any of my members of my family have done for me, I'm very, very grateful for that. And it's been tough times, coming from a country that has had so much trouble. And if I didn't have their support, I don't think I would manage to get here. But that's why they're my parents. That's why they're my family. They're there to support, and their support is always welcome, is always needed. And now I have 2 younger brothers that I hope that they will come one day to this seat.
Is there any
for you.
advice